grave it decays, your spirit immediately goes either in the presence of...
No, John MacArthur, you are incorrect. You see, the Bible says in Genesis chapter 2, verse 7, that breath plus body equals a living soul. God breathed into Adam's nostrils and he became a living soul. He didn't receive a soul, he became a soul. And that word soul means creature. Adam didn't receive a separate soul, he didn't receive a separate creature, he became one. And here in Ecclesiastes chapter 9, verses 5 and 6, the Bible says the dead don't know anything. If you died and go to heaven or hell, you know something. But that contradicts the Bible. And here it says the same thing in verse 10. Ecclesiastes 12 says, our bodies return to the dust, the breath of life returns back to God. Without both parts together, you are dead, you know nothing. Even Jesus himself referred to death as a sleep. He said Lazarus is dead. He didn't say Lazarus was in heaven. He said Lazarus is dead. Here in Psalm 13, the psalmist refers to death as a sleep. Jesus also taught that our final reward does not come at death. It comes at the end of time. So what happens to the wicked? The Bible says in Malachi chapter 4 that the wicked are consumed to ashes, even Satan and his angels. Isaiah 47:14 says they are consumed away and they become stubble. It even says there will not be a coal to warm at or a fire to sit before. In other words, hell does not burn for eternity. The fire goes out. So hell is not burning right now. When the lake of fire does burn, it will only burn until the wicked are consumed to ashes. Then the fire goes out. Psalm 37:20 says the same thing. The wicked will consume away into smoke. In fact, in the same chapter, the Bible says you will look for the wicked and you won't find them. Now, some people point to Revelation chapter 20, verse 10, but we have to let the Bible explain itself. We have to look at the context. Revelation 20, verse 9 says the fire devours the wicked. And that word forever and ever means for a period of time. In fact, when we look at other examples, say the prophet Samuel, the Bible says he was to serve forever in the temple. But he's dead. Forever, referring to humans, means until that event is over. And again, that word for forever and ever means for a period of time, until the fire goes out. Now, if hell was forever, then Revelation 21:4 would be a lie. God says there won't be any pain or sorrow anywhere. He says the former things are passed away, but if hell burned forever, the former things wouldn't be passed away. Now, God does not gift the wicked with some kind of immortality just so they can suffer for eternity. Only Jesus has immortality. And only the righteous receive immortality, and only at the second coming. You see, the Bible says that the reward of the righteous is everlasting life, but the reward of the wicked is perishing, not eternal torment. And here Paul says the righteous are not resurrected, they don't go to heaven until the second coming. So John MacArthur, you're wrong on this topic.